Puran, can you just turn? Can you just close the door, please? And please pass my phones and that paper also. Yeah. They're not laptop, phones and my paper. Both the phones and paper.
Two laptops.
Yes. Themselves. So everybody can mute themselves and ask question. If somebody cannot mute themselves, then ask, let me know so that I can allow you. Yeah, Deepak ji.
Rahul, actually, I'm very beginner on in stock market,
Yeah.
and I have few stocks which I have, and
Okay.
I have taken it on very long perspective.
Okay.
Like I have DHEL
Okay.
and BPCL also. So in perspective of that, that will be liquidized in the investment of happening there. Okay,
Right.
I'm getting a good profit. I think there is a 40-50% I'm on high.
That's great. That's
So
great.
should I take it with me or should I leave it now? So what do you
See,
suggested for that?
very nice question. Okay. See, there is a there is a very famous quote that we say. What we say in Hindi is that जो बुक किया वो अपना बाकी सब सपना. ठीक है. No matter you might be earning 100% on your portfolio, until and unless you book it, it is not yours. First thing. Second thing, as I told you that you need to have a capping. Okay. And that capping, mind you, has, that capping can be more in long term, but there should be some capping, right? So you cannot expect a horse to run for life. The horse is going to get tired and it might die also, right? So there is
Right.
always a life of a particular stock. Okay. So it is not the case that it is going to die or your investment is going to go zero. But the only point that I'm trying to make is that when you talk about cash and when you talk about stocks, okay, my personal suggestion is always to rotate your money. Don't get involved with stocks. Okay. Don't actually, fall in love with the stocks, right? We need to flirt. So that is why the name of the books, the name of the book is Flirting with Stocks, not falling in love with stocks, right? There is a big difference between falling in love with stocks and flirting with them. Okay. Flirting can be something where you are actually benefiting something and then you just fall apart, right? But when we talk about falling in love, then it becomes a very serious matter. Then you might not be able to actually sell that stock, right? So the idea is not to keep, right? We are not actually in the process of collecting the jewelry, right?
Right.
If you think that stock is a jewelry, then it is not a jewelry. It is all about what you earn, right? So of course you might have it at a very low cost. Okay. And you can see a lot of prospects also, but one more method is to actually somewhere take out the money in partial ways. Don't take out in one go. Okay. You can partially take out some money. Okay. And one more thing I would suggest you, the money that you take out, suppose you had invested maybe 5 years back 50,000, just for example. Okay. Now that 50,000, and that 50,000 giving you 1,50,000 rupees today. Okay. So suppose you sell some share, maybe say 10,000, 15,000 worth of share of your bought value, which is giving you some 45,000. Okay. So you just sell that portion, take back your 15,000, and the rest of the 30,000 that you are having, you just put it in some fixed income source. It can be FD, it can be PPF, it can be anything that is giving you some fixed return. So what you are doing, you are actually generating return out of your return. Got my point? So you are not
Right.
generating return from your cash. Your cash is back with you, which is again needs to be invested. Okay.
Right. True.
But make your return run and make your return earn for you.
Right. Okay. One more question I have. Actually, I have seen one or two of my friends. Those are taking some loan and then investing in stock markets. And
Right.
actually, it's funny for me also. But
Yeah, yeah.
what do you think about those people?
See,
Just an answer.
see, the idea of putting it in open forum was this only. You get a lot of interesting things happening in the market, right? So see, when I entered into the stock market 1 year back, I also used to think that I should buy. The thrill is so big. But the passion is so big that you never get tired of investing. So this is nothing but an intoxication. Okay, it is an intoxication just like any other intoxication. Okay, so you somewhere have a thought that you should actually borrow money and invest. Okay, this cannot be a proposition, right? Because you don't see you cannot foresee the market. You cannot beat the market.
Right.
The
True.
people and the authors who say that you can beat the market, they are actually lying, right?
Mhm.
Nobody has ever born, whether it can be Junjulwala, Warren Buffett, okay, anybody, Elon Musk, anybody, nobody has actually seen the market. Because if you see the market, then you can see the future. So this is something supernatural,
True.
right? So I'll just give you an example. For this past 1.5 month, my all the money was stuck into the stocks. I am so inclined towards stock that I do stock trading for that 6 hours. Okay, but there
Mhm.
was a time for 15 days I did not even touch the stock market because I did not have any money to invest, right? So
Okay.
money get stuck in stock market. This is this can be written in bold letters. Your money can get stuck in stock market. So you need to actually put your additional money which you don't want to have in maybe next 6 months at least. Okay, so
Mhm.
then only you invest that money. If you are borrowing and investing, so just imagine, okay, if somebody is taking a loan, okay, and if it is a PL, then it is a deadly thing. Okay, so
Mhm.
personal loan is like 14-15%, right? You
Right.
market is
True.
not going to give you that return. Market is just a method through which you can actually beat the inflation, right? So
Mhm.
inflation is somewhere near 5-6%. Okay, and FD is also giving you 6% or maybe less than that in case of non-senior citizen. Okay,
Mhm.
so the idea is and see, market is like free flow. You can invest and you can take out. But in FDs, if you go for 5 years FD, then that will give you 5.5% or 6% max, and the money gets locked for 5 years, right? So in stock
True.
market, it is a free flow.
Mhm.
So the idea is if you are doing it with PL, then God can only help you. If you are diverting your
True.
home loan money into stock market, again, this is a very foolish idea to make. Okay,
So
so yeah.
actually, so that's why actually they are very old in stock market, and they are also pushing me for that. Okay, yeah, it's a market very good. You have to invest something. And
See.
seriously, I have a very small portfolio, and I have
Hmm.
very limited stock in my hand.
Right.
So, but yeah, of course, they are earning lots during this period also. But really, it's not a feasible idea. But why they are taking it then?
See, everything looks good when when you are in good days. Okay, so market was in good days after maybe COVID. Okay, so from
Right.
October, November, December, those people who invested in March, when the lockdown happened and the market was 27,000 from 42,000, a lot of people invested. And December, they actually doubled their investment. A lot of people have entered the market in that period of time. Okay, so there are two markets. Okay, markets are also in two categories. One is bull and one is bear. Okay, so why it is called bull? Because a bull actually hits you from from the bottom and you go up. Okay, so this is what bull market is. Okay, So it is like the stocks are going up. Okay, in that run, even horses, donkeys, all get elevated. Okay, so
Right.
in that environment, you might find people investing in penny stocks. They invest in each and everything that stock market has to give, but that is not something that we need to do. See, I'll tell you one thing: when you are entering into stock market, just remember, this is a lifetime engagement. There is no retirement in stock market. Okay, after the age of 60, you can be a full-time stock trader for the rest of your life, right? Or maybe there might be people, who I meet, and I also have that notion that at the age of 40, 45, I would be willing to retire and be into stock market for rest of my life, right?
Mhm.
So it is not a one night stand, it is a marriage. So it is not a
Right.
marriage with a stock, but marriage with stock market. So when
Mhm.
you have such long term view, okay, it is just like after 10th deciding what you need to do. it cannot it cannot be a overnight decision, right? Because your whole life is dependent on that. Same happens with stock
True.
market. So these shortcuts are feasible in short term. Okay, and those are the people who enter, make some money, and lose a lot of money, and then they never see towards stock market for their life. You can actually, you can die convincing those people who have actually lost their money to actually re-enter into the stock market. It is next to impossible.
True. The only
Why?
can
Why? Because once burnt, twice shy. Once you have burnt your money because of your mistakes, then that's it. Stock market chapter is closed in in your whole life. This is not what we don't need to do. We might go slow. Initially, you might earn 6%, 7%, 8%, which is okay. But as I told you, this is a marriage. This can be more than a marriage. Okay, this can be more than your job, because the job is going to stay for 60, when till the time you retire, right? Even if you are into some laborious work, then also it is the time to retire, right? But the stock market is something that is going to stay with you. So just get engaged in a manner that you need to have a marriage for life, right, Deepak ji?
जी जी बिल्कुल. Thank you very much for this.
Yeah. So very, very interesting, very interesting questions raised by Deepak ji. Anybody else? Himangi, Rizwan, Vikesh, Zarina ma'am, Meet, Ketan, Nikita.
Sir, what are your thoughts regarding IPO?
See, IPO again, it has become a tool of earning money. So what people do is that they just no IPO is getting untouched. You see IPOs going maybe 5x 10x on of the price that actually that has been asked by the by the company, right? So again, people are blindly playing in IPO, and for IPO, the only thing is that buyers are more and the seller and the stocks are less. So that's why you might you might find that you apply for 10 lots and you get only 2 lots. Okay, so IPO again, it is a very good investment. It can be a very good investment because you are actually investing into the worth of the company. There is no momentum. Please try to understand, if the stock is getting listed today, there is no past of that stock in terms of technical analysis is concerned. Fundamentally, everything is there. Fundamentally, you will have financials. Fundamentally, you will have sales, revenue, growth, cost of material consumed, employee salary, increase, growth prospects. Everything is there on paper. Okay, everything is there fundamentally when we talk about. But when we talk about technical analysis, there is nothing there, because the share is itself getting listed today. Okay, so that is a very, very, very good point to enter into a into IPO. And trust me on this, intraday traders, what I'm saying, I'm talking about intraday traders who do this daily or hourly sell and purchase of stock. Okay, those people also, if they enter in IPO, they keep that IPO for at least 6 to 8 months or even for an year. Mark my word, this is actually, I am into the contact of many people. We have, if you know it, we had Market Warriors as a partner. Okay, we had a session of Market Warriors. Mr. Pankaj Chimthani is there. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's also intraday trader. He's an expert in terms of technical analysis, and he himself believes that IPO should be kept for at least 6 to 8 months or maybe 1 year. The reason is simple. You are actually investing in the fundamentals of the stock. There is no technical, there is no momentum. But what people do is that they buy, and once the listing does, listing happens, they get some, 10-15% return, and then they take out money. I don't say there is anything wrong and right into it, but this is not a formalized way of doing, trading.
Okay. So, sir,
Right.
they, few myths like, you have to make some direct application, or you have to use particular group of brokers so that you can get allotment. But like, I just would like to know, what are your thoughts that if we are using ICICI Direct,
Okay.
filling up IPOs, I mean,
Okay.
are these myths or are they are facts that, yeah, you will not be allotted if you are using these sites?
No. See, it is a myth actually. Okay, there is no such criteria. Okay, you might, but yeah, this is, this has happened with me also. Just like in Zerodha, I had taken some IPOs which I did not get, but in HDFC I did get in one go. Okay, so these are instances. Okay, but earlier what used to happen is that these stock brokers, whether it is Angel Broking or Zerodha or any other stock broker for that matter, they did not have the authority to actually enter into IPO or letting people enter into IPO. You had to somewhere get associated yourself with ICICI, HDFC, or any other demat account for that matter to get the IPO done. Okay, so of course,
Actually, I think we can apply through bank also. There's
yeah,
no
we can
need to.
now we can apply through bank also. But there was time earlier where even, only demat account was the source through which you can apply for any kind of IPO. Okay, because once you buy the IPO also, then in dematerialized form, you have to have it somewhere in your account, right? But the saving account did not give that facility, so you
Yes,
had
yes.
to have that demat account.
Yes.
Now also it is preferred, if you have a demat account of ICICI, HDFC, go for it for IPO. And because see, even I believe in having more than one demat account. Okay, why? Because I always separate my long term with my trading. Okay, so if I talk about Zerodha, then it is purely for trading. If I talk about investment, then HDFC, I have HDFC demat account. Okay, HDFC demat account I have, though charges are very high, but yeah, my investment is there parked, parked there, because this is a bifurcation that I have done. You can choose to have your bifurcation in Zerodha itself. That is completely your call. Okay, but I would suggest to have two accounts if you can actually afford. You can have two accounts. One is strictly for your investment purpose, which you are not going to touch in the in near future, and then you have your trading this thing trading account. Okay.
Yes, sir. I do have my demat account with ICICI, and I use this site ICICI Direct for filling up IPOs.
Yeah. The ICICI Direct. See, ICICI Direct is the best interface you have all across the demat accounts. Best interface. Why? Because you see, HDFC doesn't give you an interface where you can have sector-wise bifurcation of your stock. So in your portfolio, you might find that FMCG as a sector, and then stocks beneath that. So you can have a very good bifurcation of sector-wise in ICICI. Okay, and ICICI is a bit cheaper than HDFC. HDFC is a bit costlier. Okay, it is
At
like
ICICI, I think this is the first company who provided online platform.
Yes.
ICICI Direct.
So ICICI is always a leader. If you talk about banking also, if you talk about Demat also, ICICI is a leader, and then HDFC, SBI, or maybe Axis. These are followers. Okay, so ICICI is truly, you know, very good when it comes to Demat. So just moving forward in our discussion. Okay, so timing the market. Okay, timing the market is a very, 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 you know, what we can say. This is something that is used quite often. People keep on saying that we time the market. Stock brokers actually time the market. What do they mean? They actually can predict a particular stock's movement. This is what they say. Okay, but when we talk, you know, when we see in the past, okay, if you see a case of Enron, okay, in October 2001, okay, if you ask any kind of you know, any kind of broker, any kind of investor in foreign market about Enron, they might die for a company like Enron, because the Enron had that kind of reputation which maybe Reliance, TCS, and other companies, Wipro, other companies have in our market, in Indian market. Enron was that big. Okay, maybe you can compare it with Reliance also. So in October 2001, everybody was, you know, quite bullish when it comes to Enron. Okay, buy it, buy it. There's no, you know, there's no looking back when it comes to Enron. Just after 2 months, there was a collapse of Enron. December 2001 was a collapse on Enron. Okay, so if somebody says that they can actually time the market, then I'm really sorry. There is no method to do it. You can only expect. You can only have some kind of, you know, some kind of study of your own. I am repeating, some kind of study of your own, not of your, you know, of your broker, of your consultant. Some study of your own. Okay, that is going to save you, nothing else. No timing of market, it is a myth. Okay, at the same time, see, there are some, you know, there are some few ideas that the book gives. One is regarding Black Monday. Okay, so Black Monday is nothing but a Monday, or it can be any other day also. Thursday also it has happened when I was you know, into trading, or I am into trading. So this is a day on which every stock gets down. This is what we call market crash. Okay, so everybody is you know, quite scared of market crash. Why? Because whatever they are holding, that holding becomes half. Maybe they might give 30% also only. Okay, I know few of my friends who had a portfolio of 10 lakh rupees before COVID, and when the stock market went 27,000, their portfolio value, I am saying, portfolio value was so showing 3,50,000. 65% of the loss in your portfolio, 6,50,000 just vanished from your portfolio. This is how people used to have their portfolio, but they didn't give up. At that point of time, what did they do? They started averaging. They started actually putting in money, right? So the golden rule of stock market is, when everybody is bullish, when everybody is expecting the market to grow, okay, then you need to be cautious. You need to take your profit and just run away. When the market is on all-time high, just before that moment, okay, just before that moment, you need to exit the market. It is as simple as that. At the same time, when there is a panic in the market, okay, for some it is a boon, for some it is a ban. When there is a panic in the market, then it is the time for you to invest. It is not the time for you to run away. What most of us do is that, suppose if, you know, that person who had 10 lakh rupees and the remaining amount is 3,50,000, and then at that point of time, if he starts thinking that, oh my god, that 3,50,000 will go to zero, I should better, you know, divest. Okay, and if he takes out money, do you think he's going to come back to the stock market again ever in his life? Of course not. But if that person has done some averaging, Okay, and this is a real life example. One of my friend, she actually had faced this, that from that 3,50,000, now she has a portfolio of the same value of 12 lakh, 13 lakh. So now that 10 lakh has been converted into 13 lakh, right? So these are real life examples. These are not something that is theory. Okay. At the same time, you might find people who have actually lost their 2-3 lakh rupees and then they never look back to the market. But we need to we need to see our appetite also, right? At the same time, just like Deepak ji said, very interesting point, that borrow and invest. So borrow and invest is something that is beyond our means. Don't go beyond your means when it comes to stock market. Okay, you need to have free cash, which even if you lose, if you are not going to lose, okay, if somebody says that I have entered stock market and I have lost money, I am repeating it, if somebody says that if he has entered stock market and he has lost money, then it is purely his mistake. Either he started off when the market was very high, or he exited when there was a panic. That can be the only two scenarios. Market, if you are actually there on the pitch, okay, if you are actually batting, runs are runs are bound to be coming. In this pitch of stock market, there are no wickets. Okay, just just try to understand. There are no wickets. There are bowlers, there are batters, but there are no wickets. So you cannot get out, right? So you cannot get out of the market. If you miss one ball, okay, then there will be a next ball that is going to come. Then again next ball. Every day you have maybe 100, 200 balls that might be coming to your way. Okay, if you have a home run on one ball, that's it. Don't expect to have a sixer on each and every ball. Only Yuvraj could do it once. Okay, so you cannot
Once
have
or
a sixer.
twice in a lifetime.
Yeah, it's a lifetime, it is a lifetime event. Okay, so it cannot, or maybe you cannot expect Yuvraj to actually make a six also. You cannot do it, right? You cannot expect that, right? Technically it cannot be possible because the crease will change. But the point that I'm trying to make is, you cannot have a home run in each and every ball. What we do with stocks, this is what we do. We always think that my money should earn, my money should not have any kind of loss. Then I'm sorry, stock market is not for you, right? So if I talk about some more concepts, let me just give you some more insights and then we can come back to the questions. Okay, so we have we can stretch also. If you guys are okay with it, then we can stretch. Okay, and if you are getting bored out of me, then we can close at the usual timing and we can stretch. See, the idea is actually to get as many people as involved into stock market, because try to understand one fact: if there are no investors, then there cannot be any entrepreneurs. If there are no investors, then there cannot be any new ideas flowing in the market. Okay, so it can be a moral duty also, it can be a national duty also, as the author says in his book, that it is a national duty of each and every person to invest in stocks. Why he says it? Because, and see, there are people with great minds, but they might not have great money. So that people need your money, which might be idle or might be fetching negative returns in FDs. Okay. So yeah, one more important point that I want to make is, don't invest all your money into stock market, because it is going to get stuck. I never use a word loss. Okay, if you follow the basic rules of stock market, then you would not have loss. Ultimate, it can be a loss in one stock or another stock, that is something that you need to bear, but ultimately you will get profit out of it. Okay, and ultimately will happen once you leave, okay, so we are not going to leave the market. See, I know people who are actually training their children at the age of 10 and 12 to invest in stock market. Suppose that kid, starts investing at the age of 12. Can you imagine how he will become at the age of 22? He can be lethal. He can be like pro in stock market, right? So, and if once he is pro into it, he might not need any job also. If he has some backing, or maybe maybe 10 years, 15 years he worked for some company, and then at the age of 35, 40 he retires happily, and he might have a portfolio of say 50 lakh 1 crore rupees. He might earn 6% annually or 7% annually from stock market. That makes 7 lakh rupees, which is an average package for a middle class person, right? So we need to have a view where we have a separate stream as a stock market. I also have that notion in mind that this stock market thing will go till eternity, and it will allow me to be free from all the bondages that the job has. So if I don't like the job, I might want to switch it. Okay, I would not be stuck with a job just because I need some money, because I have some separate revenue stream which can actually help me give my bread and butter. So trust me on this. If you are into market for 1-2 years, it is quite easy. Not easy, I should say, because you would have to face put a lot of efforts into it. But 20-25,000 is nothing, depending upon your investment also. But yeah, your bread and butter can come out of this stock market, that I can assure you. But the only thing is that you need to stick to the basic. You need to keep on studying yourself, grooming yourself. Don't believe in any kind of magic, and that can actually work. Okay, and the knowledge is must. Don't let There are people who what they do is that, suppose Himangi has ICICI Bank account. Okay, so there is a broker also assigned to you. Okay, if you are into trading, so there is a broker that assigned to you. Okay, sometimes what happens is that people give all the rights to the broker. What broker does is he keeps on selling, buying, and making some profit for the person. Okay, but that can be a very deadly affair. Okay, can you let anybody run your car and you are sitting at the front seat beside him? No, right? Until unless you trust that person. Okay, even if you trust that person, then also when it is your car, then you might want to drive it. Same is with your investment also. Don't let any other person drive it. It is my humble request, if you have some consultant who is doing buying and selling on your behalf, then please just get out of that arrangement. You can take the calls, there is no harm into it, but you do your study and you buy and sell. Have control of your investment in your hand. I have seen people, and initially I have lost myself maybe 40-50,000 just because of these brokers. Okay, so these are personal learnings, and I would suggest you never ever trust anybody when it comes to finances, when it comes to money. Okay, until unless he's your family or very close friend, never trust anybody. He might show you some initial good returns, but eventually he might fall into a trap. Okay, these stockbrokers have some vested interest, and that's why they should not be allowed to actually have your investments. Okay, so yeah, it is query time now. Any other query, anything? Or if you want, we can just wrap up this session, since it is already 9 or about to get 9. Or if you want to continue with your doubts, then I'll be happy to carry it on. So whatever you guys like, we can follow that. I guess everybody can unmute themselves, right? So any question, any specific question that you want to ask? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have one question.
Yeah.
As I don't belong to this field,
Okay.
so I could I able to do it myself?
Right, ma'am. See, it is quite possible. Okay.
Okay.
I have seen people who are from bio background, just like you are, and they come into stock market and start trading full time. This is not something that I am saying out of out of just saying. It is, these are real life examples. I have people who are into stock, especially ladies, especially ladies, those who are homemaker, they are into stock market full time
Okay.
from 9 to 3:30. They are into stock market like anything, but they have gained knowledge. Okay, they have put their hard earned money. They know what is the capping, what is the SL that they need to follow, and they somewhere do it in as per their appetite. Okay, so homemaker, you already know that homemakers don't have such that much money. Okay, their money is very precious, so they invest it accordingly, right? But yes, it is a reality to have somebody who is not from the finance background. Okay, there are many chartered accountants also who they stay away from the stock market. Same happens with any other stream person also, right? You, all you need is some kind of awareness. Okay, some kind of learning. Okay, some kind of grooming, some kind of courses also. I have seen people like they do 4 to 5 lakh course costing courses also for for stock market trading. Those who are actually not very much aware of it. It is all it needs is the your passion and dedication. It is purely possible. Definitely, it is possible.
Okay. So there is any course would you like to
Yeah,
suggest?
I'll just give you some Udemy links. Okay, Udemy is offering a few free courses also. At the same time, it has courses in in 500 1000 rupees also. So they are very don't go by the money. They are very good courses. I have myself done it, and if you want, I can give you the links that I have for free courses also. So you can just go to it. YouTube is full of all these courses also. YouTube is full of stock market courses. I'll just suggest you, on group also, I'll suggest some good what we can say, good
YouTubers.
writers and good traders, those who are renowned traders. You can actually listen to them, start following it. I think Vikesh is also one of the person who is not from the field, but he follows some of the people. Vikesh, who all are you following right now in terms of YouTube? Actually, I am not aware much about the YouTube. So hello Vikesh, are you
Uh,
there?
no, I don't think so. He is here.
No, he's there.
But as I am also engineer, so I am following Rachna Ranade.
Right.
He's a good one.
Rachna Ranade is somebody who is actually doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, and she is the one who does variety of stuff. So you might find her in stock market, taxation, everywhere she's quite good. So Rachna Ranade, of course, very good, good to refer to.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul.
Rachna Ranade is there, ma'am. And then Anil Lamba also, initially I'll suggest you to actually see the videos of Anil Lamba, read his book. I'll provide the PDF also to the people. Okay. So you can read him. These are very easy to understand books. Okay. So especially for beginners.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other thing?
No, I don't think so. But Rahul, it's a very interactive session and really inspired.
Yeah,
Giving a good
thank you so
knowledge.
much, Deepak ji. It is all like since I have been training, so I know people. I have observed them, I have seen them, their ups and downs, and what I can all I can say is that at the end, the there is always a happy ending. and
Yes.
and we should not expect an ending. The first and the foremost thing that I feel, and I ask people to follow, is that never look for an ending. There's no ending.
True.
Any other question? Nikita, Hemangi, Rizwan. Rizwan is not asking any question. How can it be possible? Rizwan? So these people actually have muted.
It is out of the book for me. Means out of the box for me.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just trying to understand. I do SIP.
Acha, great.
I've been doing around 3.5 years, 4 years. It means.
Great.
And
Super.
I'm getting a profit in that around 14-15%.
That's great. So SIP is again very good tool. Okay, you can do SIP in equity, you can do SIP in debt, you can do SIP in mutual fund. Okay, but it is a very good tool. You start with the smallest amount of rupees 1,000, that gets converted into a very big amount over the period of time. Okay, I strongly recommend to have SIPs at least. Okay, so that actually you can spare some money, right? So SIP, as Rizwan said, it is a very good tool. Those who don't have time to do stock trading, this is the best indirect way of doing investment in stocks.
And the comparison.
I will ask you that how to purchase this stock. I don't know how to purchase this stock because this SIP also I've taken from the broker. Long back, around 4 years ago.
Right.
So I also don't know how to purchase it.
Yeah. So it is quite easy these days. Okay, once the the apps like Zerodha, Grow, once the advent of these apps, you will download an app and it is very easy to buy and sell. Especially when we talk about app, it is very easy. All you need to do is that you need to create an account in Zerodha. You might have 2 or 3 hours to get it activated, and once it is activated, then you can start trading. Okay, so it is very easy.
My confidence. I mustered my confidence. I download this My Growth करके कुछ app है.
Okay.
Tata Capital, My Moneyfi. So I purchased 20,000 rupees of mutual funds in that.
Okay.
And
okay.
it is also going good, but
Yeah.
I don't know what is stock or how to purchase it.
Yeah.
That,
So
what you are saying, I'm understanding it. Just
yeah. So
I'm trying to grasp it.
I'll suggest you don't jump into something that you don't understand. Okay. So first you try to get some idea from YouTube, and some other links, Udemy. You can have courses. Okay, and then gradually you enter. Okay, so it is not about just putting your money into something that you don't believe in. So initially there are hiccups for people who are not aware of this field, but try to follow people, and somewhere you'll find your way. And once you are into it for a month or so, then it becomes a very easy affair. You can do it while you have your job also. So any other doubt? Himangi wanted to ask something.
No, sir, I was just saying that, returns in SIPs are far more better than any FDs or RDs.
Yeah, of course. It is. See, it is better, but at the same time, you can see that during a situation like COVID, okay, you need to be ready that what they say that mutual fund is subject to market risk. So that risk can be seen during COVID period. Okay, so of course you can have SIP done, but you need to be ready for the downfall also, because mutual funds do nothing but to invest in stocks. So if the stock market is going to go down, then of course your mutual fund will also get impacted, not directly but indirectly. Yes, so you need to be ready for the downfall also, right? But as you said, FD, I feel that FD can be you can keep FD only for the amount for any kind of contingency. 3-4 lakh you can put in FD so that it can be readily available. But apart from that, don't use FD. You can have the mutual funds in place. You can have SIPs, and that can help you a lot.
Sure. Thank you.
So any other question, or we should wrap up this today's session? Any other question? Kamal, Meet, Nikita? Okay, guys. So I guess we are done for the day. So thank you very much for attending this session. And I hope after this session, at least you will have some desire to go on YouTube and see some videos on stock market. And if you do that, then that would be my victory. And the time that we have invested will be somewhere be of some use. Okay. So thank you very much for attending the session, guys. Have a nice evening, and see you again. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Rahul. Thank you very much.
Thank you.